Hey guys, welcome back to the Monday Blues. Alright, the weekend is over. So it's the start of a new week. It's gonna be an interesting topic that we're gonna cover today. Alright, so welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Stallion. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're gonna talk about blood on the streets. Right, so blood is something that most of us are like, I mean, unless you're a doctor, right? But most of us fear the sight of blood or anything bloody, So, but yeah, anyway, we're gonna talk about blood on the streets. Okay, we're gonna talk about blood on the streets of crypto market. All right, how the top 10 cryptocurrencies has fallen 70% and more. So, with the market crumbling as it is, cryptocurrency prices are heading towards the all-time lows, with fear going to the all-time high. Alright? And majority of the investors have lost confidence, interest, and trust. But then again, who could blame them? With the world being in chaos, the pandemic, then comes the war, then comes the political instabilities, then comes the rise of the interest rates, inflation, so on and so forth, right? Talks about recession of epic proportions. I mean, seriously, anyone will be shaken, right? So, let alone the cryptocurrency market, which is considered the most volatile compared to everything else. Okay, but the question here is there light at the end of the tunnel? So today I'm going to share my insight, alright, on and hopefully shed some light on this from my point of view. Okay. But before anything else, guys, please remember to like and subscribe and comment and share below, alright, so we can bring this message and reach more people. Okay, so among the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap, alright, 9 have dipped less than 90% during the current market downturn. Okay, Bitcoin, right, BTC, the largest crypto, is down 70.3% from its November high of 69,000. Right, so November last year, the new all-time high is 69,000. Okay, so since then it has dipped 70.3%. Okay, second place is Ethereum, all right, which is down 78% from its all-time high of $4,878. All right. Okay, so others in the top 10 include BNB, all right, Binance Coin, Cardano ADA, Solana, Polkadot, which are down between 68 to 88%, okay, within the range. All right, and excluding the three stable coins like USDT, USDC, and BUSD. Okay, so among all these, Ripple is the exception. Okay, XRP is the exception, tracking a fall of about 90.56% from its all-time high. Now, the average fall from all-time high for these top 10 tokens, right, is about 79%. Okay, while among the top 20 tokens, the average fall from the all-time high is about 81.1%. Alright, so I'm going to share with you guys a weekly update on the crypto bubbles. Alright, so an absolute tsunami, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute tsunami. I mean, you look at the weekly update on the crypto bubbles, right? So this is what it seems like, right? An absolute tsunami. Or is it? Well, it really depends on perspective. So we tend to ask ourselves things like, so have we reached the bottom? I see many people firmly saying that we have reached the bottom. For me, I think it has to get worse before it gets better. So now I want to share with you guys two scenarios. Okay, now in the short term, at times like this, right, majority of what people are saying is, first question, is this a good price to get in? Second question, after they get in, when moon? Now the first reaction will be market dips, it dips further and they're gonna sell at a loss. Now the second reaction will be market pumps, right? They don't sell for profits, they get overconfident, they hold, they overconfident, they hold, the market reverses, right? They panic, they sell off at a loss. Now this is the most frequent thing that happens. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you guys can relate, but this is the most frequent thing that happens. Now I'm not saying that putting a stop loss to your position is a bad thing. It's not, okay? I mean, it really depends on your strategy, but it is always a good thing to take profits. That's one, right? But more so, as I mentioned, it is always advisable to do so if you have a strategy, right? Before you place a stop loss, you need to have a strategy, and this stop loss is included in your strategy, and not placing a stop loss because of your reaction to what is happening in the market. Then that is not a strategy, right? That is just dumb reaction, okay? And then what comes next? You see, then when these happen, right, they blame the market, that the market is manipulated because the whales, because the blah 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 blah. All right, all I hear is blah 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 blah. Why? Because the bottom line is, first of all, you invest what you can afford to lose. Am I right? I mean, we don't talk about crypto, we talk about in general. Whatever you invest in something that you can afford to lose. All right, you don't put your life savings in, not willing to lose or not willing to risk that. Okay, so this is truly a vicious cycle. It's a rinse and repeat. It keeps happening over and 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 over again. Okay, so we need to break this vicious cycle. All right, now for the long term, as I mentioned earlier, is there light at the end of the tunnel? All right, I cannot pinpoint exactly 100%, when this bear market will stop and reverse, or when the bull market is definitely coming, but I can guarantee you that the market will recover. All right, it is only a matter of time. Okay, and I am confident that we will not be in this situation forever, right? It might take 1 year, it might take 3 years to get out of this cycle, but this is because markets move, right? It's not gonna forever be stagnant, especially with cryptocurrencies, right? And markets behave in cycles, so there is a repetitive pattern, similar repetitive pattern. Okay, so now let me ask you guys an honest question, right? When Bitcoin hits its recent all-time high, did you say to yourself, damn it, if only I have bought 2 years ago? 2 years ago I bought Bitcoin, now all-time high, how much would I have made? Or during its first all-time high of 20k, right? Try and recall what ran through your mind. What was going on in your mind at that point of time? I mean, I bet you were thinking and admiring the OGs, right? The early birds. Definitely, come on guys, let's face it, right? We were thinking, I mean, most of us will be thinking like, hey, those who have gotten in back then, was so low the price. When they gotten in, wow, 20,000. They are now multi-millionaires. They flip like what? 5,000, 500%, 1,000%, 10,000%, and then some more. My dear friends, we were envious. We were drooling. Okay, we were like, How much did they get in back then? What was the price that they gotten in? And 20k. Wow. Multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires. Wow. Drooling. Alright, 流口水, 老脆暖. Okay? That's exactly what happened. Come on. Right? And you know, even with the more recent case, okay, of Dogecoin almost hitting $1, did we question ourselves? Like, or even what about Shiba Inu, right? We realized that these meme tokens actually minted many multi-millionaires. Alright? And while we were all on the sideline, okay, and when these things happen, we tell ourselves, hey, if only I could go back in time. Am I right? Am I right? Then I will be like, I will do this, I will do that. If I can go back in time, I would have done that. And then I would be the multi-millionaire. And then I could even be a multi-billionaire. And you know, if there's an opportunity that comes next and something like that happens again, I will do this. I will take it. So, you know, with how things are happening now, right, guys, does it seem like we have somewhat traveled back in time? You know, like Back to the Future kind of thing? Okay, where prices are at such discounts, 70% discounts, 80% discounts, 90% discounts, right? The prices that we wanted to get in but were too late, you know, back then, right? But you know, the sad fact is that no, we are so clouded now by the FUD, okay, the FUD FUD, which, you know, it blinds us and it numbs our minds. Instead of, you know, being proactive, which we should be doing right now, we become reactive. We are reacting to what's happening in the market right now. We're like, whoa, scary, yo, whoa, hold on there, hold your horses, you know, that kind of thing. Where instead, you know, we should be doing more research and, you know, preparing to find value, right? Instead, you know, what we are doing is we are reacting and losing confidence, and then we start selling off our positions, and then we shut ourselves off, and then we tell ourselves, hey, you know what, this crypto, oh my god, that's it. And guys, mind you, alright, these are the same people, remember, these are the same people who wish they could travel back in time, right? And had it all figured out. Okay? So what happened along the way? Another vicious cycle. That's what happened. So, you know, having said all this, right? At the end of the day, you know who wins? The whales win. Okay? The financial institutions win. Why? Because it's not just because they have lots of money. Okay? It's because they have figured out how retail investors think. Alright? They know we retail investors are gonna buy on the FOMO and sell on the FUD. So they know. We allow them to know, and we allow it to happen. Okay? And they have patience. Guys, they have patience. Okay? And they know that we will be shaken out when the price dumps. Right? When it plunges, they will swoop in and they will suck liao. They will take everything. Okay? At a huge discount. And finally, when the FOMO kicks in, alright, the fear of missing out kicks in, what's the retail gonna do? Retail gonna start buying at the highs. And then the whales and the financial institutions gonna start taking profit, guys. So, you know, this is a zero-sum game. The cycle continues. So guys, remember the core fundamentals. Okay, I cannot emphasize on this enough. Remember the fundamentals. Okay? So what is it that we need to know? During a bull market, right, where everybody is like talking about how much they make in a bull market and all that kind of thing, it is not about how much you're making in a bull market. In fact, we are actually preparing ourselves for the bear market. Okay, we are preparing. So whatever you have generated in terms of returns during a bull market, it's while waiting for the bear market, we are generating some returns. But the point is to prepare ourselves for the bear market so that we can position ourselves in the bear market, right? So in a bear market, we are presented, with an opportunity to position for the potential that the OGs have gotten, that we were so envious about, we were drooling about, right? The 500%, the 1000%, 10,000% kind of gains, right? And bearing in mind at the same time, we have the option to dollar cost average and massively average down, right, the value of tokens that we were holding from higher price points. Okay, and in doing so, it allows us to travel back in time, right? It's something that we keep saying we want to travel back in time. So the opportunity is here, right, for us to travel back, do whatever we plan to do to get in position in the bear market and await the recovery of the market to current or even a new all-time high. That is when we see the 500, 1000, 10,000, 20,000% gains, right? We are now back there, back in time. Now, whether we're going to take this opportunity or not, it depends on us. Alright? So, let's break this vicious cycle. Okay? I mean, it is up to us to break this vicious cycle. I mean, no one can do it for us. Alright? We need to be the one to break this vicious cycle. Alright? And this cycle could be another one of, the biggest transfer of wealth in our lifetime. Okay? Remember when we said, if we could travel back in time. Remember that. Alright? So, be proactive. Be prepared. Alright? Okay, so as always, it's been a pleasure for me to bring you information and break it down for you from my perspective. But if you have any topics of interest that you'd like me to cover, please leave in the comment section below. Alright, please like, subscribe, share if you like what I'm sharing in the contents of my videos. And have a great week ahead, guys. Have a thought about what I shared today. I hope it is beneficial, in some way to you guys in decision making in the current bear market. Remember, hold your horses. Alright, remember to stand your ground, stick to your strategy, and try to digest information that has been shared with you guys. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Stallion out.